We're now entering the house, which is the claim, and we'll move into the lounge first. We just left the NFU Barnstable office to take the birthday card to celebrate the fact that this claim, number 008X1954051, is 2 years old. It's April the 1st today, but this is no April Fool's message. This property was insured with NFU. Damage to the property occurred on the 1st of February 2012. NFU have devastated the property by disconnecting the electrics, taking down ceilings, walls, removing the wooden floor coverings, and contaminating the remaining carpets with asbestos. As of today, the 1st of April 2014, the NFU has not paid the claim. The local council are now charging an extra £1,428.91 per year as the property has been unoccupied for 2 years. Lindsay Sinclair, the Group Chief Executive of NFU, announced that the profits for 2013 were 635 million and said these figures came as in spite of motor premiums falling, which is not surprising if the NFU don't pay their claims. Now we'll look at this property and see what they've done. They've damaged the fireplace. They've taken the asbestos off the wall and left this debris. They've failed to cover the carpets to protect them, and now they're all asbestos contaminated. Skirting boards and other items have been removed and thrown on the floor. This is the lounge. We move into the hallway, and the asbestos walls have been removed to a cupboard and to the larder. Some asbestos still remains in pieces here and there, and down there. It's still there because the asbestos removers, Aspect, never removed all the asbestos. This has meant that nobody has been able to come in to do any building work or repairs because the building is still asbestos contaminated. We'll now move into the dining room. In the dining room, it's apparent that the ceiling's damaged by water damage. The walls still contain asbestos, and it's there. Still there. Generally in a state of disarray. Move into a study area here. And the ceiling's been investigated by the asbestos removers as holes have been poked in it to see whether or not it's asbestos. Now we'll slide to the kitchen. Incidentally, the floor covering to the lounge and the study was wood, but Rainbow removed this on behalf of the insurers. In the kitchen area, this was a wood covered floor, and again the appointed contractors for NFU, Rainbow, removed the wooden floor covering, but this has exposed the asbestos containing tiles below, which were never removed. Because the property's been unoccupied for 2 years, all the decorations, walls, ceilings are damaged. Here's some of the examples of the damage that occurred in the first instance, swelling of water pipes and all the splits. We've kept these back. Moving to here now, all the walls are damaged because there's no heating, boiler's not working. The electrics up there have been cut off, and NFU's appointed electrician installed the power points for the dryers that Rainbow were due to switch on. Unfortunately, because the asbestos hadn't been removed, the dryers were never switched on and they were removed from the premises, leaving the property wet. We'll now move upstairs. Again, all the carpets in the hallway and the stairs have been contaminated with asbestos as they weren't covered over. Moving into bedroom 1 now, the asbestos ceilings have been removed along with the insulation. The continual dampness of the property has brought the decorations off the walls. The carpet wasn't covered and is now contaminated with asbestos. Again, the same in the upstairs hallway. Floor coverings removed. Into bedroom 2, laminate flooring again removed and disposed of by Rainbow. And looking up to the ceiling, asbestos ceilings removed along with the insulation. Onto bedroom 3. Ceilings removed, again which were asbestos, and some of the insulation removed. Again, looking down at the carpets, not covered and now all contaminated with asbestos. Decoration generally deteriorated because the property has been unoccupied. On to the last room now, bedroom 4. This was a plastered lath ceiling, part of which came down to the water ingress, damaging the ceiling, but because of the property being unoccupied for 2 years, all the decorations everywhere have deteriorated. Floor covering laminate has been removed again by the NFU appointed contractors, Rainbow. Generally speaking, the adverts portrayed by the NFU are totally misleading. We do not quibble is total rubbish. We've had nothing but quibbles now for 2 years and an Excel file full of papers which is probably approaching 3 inches thick. Every hurdle has been thrown in the way, every obstacle. We're on the second NFU appointed surveyor who was going to act impartially. Well, impartially is to prevent the NFU from paying the claim. The NFU have totally and utterly devastated this property and the life of the occupant. Thank you.
Aggrieved, as is your son, about what's happened. From looking at the file, I'm surprised about how long it's taken. It does seem to. I mean, it's been passed between different adjusters as well, and I think with these sort of larger claims, you always need some continuity. Yeah, we need to act quickly on that. I know it's so, it doesn't sound good me saying it at this stage because it's 2 years on, but we do need to act quickly, I think. What I'll do is I'll make sure that we get back to you as quick as we can with an answer.
Okay.
And then we can, and I'll keep in regular touch with you and your son as well, so we can sort this out as quick as we can. Okay, bye.
We're at Point House today, and we're now in excess of 4 years after the initial claim, which was February the 1st, 2012. You can see the cracking on the walls. More cracking on the walls. Glass telltale broken. More ties broken. Up there, the crack extends from under the bedroom window through the ridge tile. More cracks bulging. More cracks. Fascia board or capping board in the road from the roof. Gas meter box vandalised. Gas pipe feed to house stolen. Quite a busy road. Going around to the rear of the property. Dead rat is now gone. Now we move inside. The kitchen area. Damp and rotten cupboard, damp walls. Damp coming out of the walls throughout, stolen heating pipes, water through the ceiling, rotting skirting, broken kitchen units, mushrooms, rotting skirting, damp walls, vandalised skylight, power shut off, door knocker and horseshoe stolen into the vandalised kitchen, kitchen sink stolen, units vandalised, broken and smashed, boiler vandalised, cabling in the ceiling partially stolen, ripped out, pipes sawn off, ripped out, damp. Into the larder area, remaining asbestos, smashed window, paintwork all blistered, kitchen floor still contains asbestos tiles, damp on the rear wall. Now into the dining room. This is where the ceiling collapsed on the drying equipment from Rainbow. Rotting ceiling, damp in the walls, damp in all the walls, asbestos remaining in the walls, damp in this wall, into the study, damp, smashed ceiling, cracks in that wall, wallpaper all peeled off, damp in that wall, back to the hallway again, asbestos stripped out by Aspect on this wall, contaminated asbestos fitted carpets throughout the hallway, copper piping that was ripped out by the thief but never removed from the premises, collapsing main beam jacked up with 3 acros, substantial crack, asbestos contaminated fitted carpet, damp coming through the cob and damp all the way along the ground there. You see the damp, vandalised fireplace. Other debris ripped out by aspect. Cracks in the walls. Cracks down that wall by the window. Hole in the front door. Asbestos contaminated fitted carpet up the stairs. Smashed windows. Blistered paint. Into the toilet. Smashed pan. Damp. Bathroom, smashed bath. Still with asbestos containing tiles in the floor of both the toilet and the bathroom. Should have been removed. Into bedroom 1. Broken window. Damp, bulging. Wallpaper off, damp. Ceiling removed by aspect. Contaminated carpets. Into bedroom 2. Bedroom 2, flooring removed by aspect. Ceiling removed by aspect. Asbestos ceilings. Cracks in the centre wall. Load-bearing wall on main beam in lounge, supporting jack rafters, supporting the purlins, supporting the roof on both sides of jack rafters. Now going into bedroom 3. Bedroom 3, ceilings removed by aspect, damp, some fiberglass remaining in debris in the roof. Oh, we've got livestock in here, rotting away. Into bedroom 4, all the decorations gone, peeling off, plaster and lath ceiling 50% gone.
tailor on his way to the NFU.
Good morning, girls. Another year gone by,
Morning.
my annual visit. But you've missed me this last year. Good morning.
Good morning. How can I help?
I'll be there in a second when I've got myself together. And I've unpacked my boxes. My boxers. Put it up properly, you see.
Have you got the policy number there so I can bring it up as I go?
Right, we're here today to wish a happy birthday, 5-year-old birthday, to policy number 008X1954051. This incident occurred on the 1st of February 2012. NFU have the policy of they never quibble. Well, it's all been quibbles over the last 5 years. There's been no help, no £500, no alternative accommodation. NFU partially removed the asbestos in the building, but didn't take it on, left it contaminated. NFU are currently in breach of asbestos regs HSG 264 of 2012. There was an infamous telephone call from John Banksby on the 1st of April 2014 where he gave away NFU secrets. It was later reported he was no longer an employee of the NFU. In my letter to Lindsay Sinclair, I've said there are 7 Excel folders. There's actually 10 when I've come to count them, so the letter's slightly wrong. I know there's problems at the NFU, and I know you've had problems in this office, as most of Barnstable are aware as well. And you should be very aware of the policies you're selling, because some of them are not straight. On a happier note, I've brought your birthday cake, like I do every year now.
Well, thank you very much for that.
This one is
Much
5,
appreciated.
and some drink there to enjoy. The birthday card is here.
Right, so the property's unoccupied at the moment then, isn't it?
You stand there.
Why the,
Won't go in the envelope because of the badge.
that's because of the
Here's a letter to Lindsay Sinclair, bringing it up to speed, and with the back pages of last year's card, because it's got the number of people the NFU had involved in the case, and as of last year it was 21, but another 5 have come on this year, so we now run it. There's 26 people in the NFU dealing with this claim. So I'd just like to finish off by saying, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you,
If you want.
happy birthday dear, claim number 8008X1954051, who is 5, happy birthday to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What would you like us to do with these?
I'm taking them back again, they're just there
Right, okay.
to show you. All you have to do is to forward the letter and the card to Lindsay Sinclair.
I shall do that.
It's an open letter, so you can read it if you wish.
Right, okay.
It'll be posted in due course anyway, so it'll make little difference. I'll just take my books back again. never had one like this before.
Not many, not since last year.
Looking, because the contents that you've got are on there at the moment, I'm sure
Here we are today on the 7th of March 2016. To inspect the outside of the property. We can't inspect the inside because it's contaminated with asbestos and now fenced off, and there is no gate to get in. The front is showing signs of cracking or continued cracking. Let's be careful here because it's a very busy road. I mentioned this in the earlier video, but the copper gas service pipe has been stolen from the meter position, which is there, run along the outside of the building, right down to the end. The glass ties on the wall, the majority have cracked, indicating that the building is now moving. The crack up there, which is also inside the building, is outside the building from the edge of the window through the ridge of the dormer. So the crack here extends the entire width of the building and is just to the side of the defective beam, which is obviously still moving. The copper service pipe came along here underneath and went round the building. See the remaining clips there, and went through into the building. At this point it's all been stolen. Now this is the rest of the fence that the NFU finally fixed after perhaps 4 or 5 abortive attempts to secure the property. As I said earlier, we can't get into the property because no gate was fitted. We can see there that the broken asbestos with exposed fibres is still in place. Mentioned in earlier videos, the water tap's been stolen. The asbestos signs, some of them are still in place, some of them have gone. The door has been re-secured with a new sheet of ply instead of sterling board. No security screws as far as I can see, but as I said, there is no gate. Climbing up the steps now, we see that the windows, including the top window which you see, which was previously broken into, is boarded off, and the Velux window, which was previously vandalised, is boarded off. The roof has been damaged by people gaining access to the building, and the storeroom has been boarded off with a sheet of sterling board. This is the dreadful state of the building you find it in now, after 5 years and 2+ months of delay and decay on behalf of the NFU. A totally disastrous and awful position to be in, that the NFU does not look after the clients in any way whatsoever, and do everything they can to possibly not pay a claim, possibly trying to send a claimant into bankruptcy in order not to pay a claim. Thank you.